Everybody out there who's complaining that, in the preseason you don't blitz and the Broncos broke the unwritten rule. Man, please, have you been watching the preseason football? Did you watch how many times the Steelers blitzed Detroit? It's football. This isn't a Pro Bowl game. You don't take blitzing out. You want to see how it's going to work. Let them blitz. And Pittsburgh blitzed quite a bit against Detroit. I didn't have a problem with it. We blitzed them right back. That's part of playing football. The Lions rookies looked like rookies. Pittsburgh, you didn't start your best players. I mean, you had an average game. They looked average. I mean, Hayward Bay had a nice catch on that touchdown over Butler. But really the highlights last night were the Lions players. Andre Roberts, I don't think you make this team, but the broadcast gave you player of the game. You had a couple nice plays on defensive breakdowns and coverage. Curley, you're not going to make this team either. You can't drop a pass over the middle like that. That would have been a first down. Not if you want to make this team. TJ Jones, dropping passes. Not go. I mean, we lost a linebacker last night. And the highlight last night was Dwayne Washington's 96-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. He showed some speed. He showed some vision. And he really didn't get touched. But as a rookie running back, you got to try and find a way to make this team somehow. And right now, we don't have a kick returner. They're still talking about maybe Amir Abdullah or Golden Tate helping out on special teams. We don't want that. We want them focused just in on the offensive side of the ball. We need one of these other receivers or these other running backs to step up and play a big role on special teams. George Wynn, I don't know what you're doing. We've kept you around a long time because you're a special teams maven. You go out there and get done what you have to do when you're on kickoff coverage and kick return and things like that. But you're not an NFL running back. You can't tote the rock on the NFL level. You can spell a running back for a play or two. You can pick up a block, sure. But you fumbled the ball last night when nobody even touched you. It just fell out your arm. Zach Zener, he had a good performance to me. Dwayne Washington with his kick return, he showed me a little something. I wish he would have had more chances in the run game. Going back to the Broncos game real quick, the one thing that I really liked about that game I forgot to mention was Virgil Green. Virgil Green stood out to me in the blocking and the passing game. Great game for Virgil Green the other night. Back to the Lions game. Stafford was efficient, just like he was at the end of last season. No big plays. Caught that one big 17-yard pass, or threw that one big 17-yard pass to Marvin Jones tiptoeing on the sideline. So, building that connection. Tate really didn't get involved in the offense too much. They tried to spread it around to the different tight ends, Funny or Fournier or however you say his name. And Wick had a nice catch there for a first down in the first quarter where he ran into the zone, set up, big, nice target, and got that. But really, Steelers-Lions game, it was just sloppy. It was not good football. It just wasn't. For either defense or offense, it just wasn't good football. And look, a lot of starters on both sides of the ball. It's preseason. They didn't play, or if they did, they weren't in there very much. Just sloppy football. We went over the games today. So, that's the preview review. When we come back from the break, we'll hit some other story headlines that have happened since the last time we got to talk, some Olympic stuff mostly. But, that'll be basically what the preview review is. We'll throw in some college football stuff. I know I'm going to be talking about Stanford this year. I'm looking forward to Christian McCaffrey winning the Heisman Trophy this year. He's listed as the top college player, I believe by USA Today, I think, put the story out. I don't remember who actually wrote it now. I read it the other day. Should have wrote that down. Leonard Fournette, you saw him in his slapboxing video, I'm sure, this week. How's he going to play this season? We'll go over things like why top college teams play these low-level teams in weeks where they're playing like a Eastern San Jose State or some nonsense and they're a top 5 program. We'll talk about the games that are coming up, the games that have happened. We'll cover, Thursday night's games. We'll set our fantasies on Wednesday. We got a lot of stuff going on. But when we come back from the break, we'll hit up just some other story headlines that are out there right now. Hey, guys. The NFL season is almost here. And you know what that means? Fantasy football is right around the corner. Did you win your fantasy league last year? Would you like to win some extra money playing in a daily fantasy football this season? If so, the dirtcannon.com is here to help. You can get numbers and projections anywhere. But if you want to build a winner for a full season fantasy team or just looking to win consistently in daily games, then do what I did and join the dirtcannon.com. They have it all in one place, fellas. Whether a bronze member or a silver, they will hook you up. I recommend the silver package. Starting today for the silver package, use my code RDST and you will get a customized 2016 NFL Draft Kit, Draft Day Intelligence, and access to their award-winning lineup analyzer with expert insight and analysis. So win your league, make some money, and take home the bragging rights with the dirtcannon.com and use Real Deal Sports Talk's promo code RDST. And for the first month with my code RDST, get $4.99 off the first month of your silver membership. Definitely check out the dirtcannon.com. They're helping people win their league. They're helping people make some money in the fantasy world. So check them out. All right, so I've talked a lot about the Olympics. The Olympics are a big thing right now. And the biggest part of the Olympics story right now is some of these dominating performances that are coming out of there. There's world records coming out of there. There's Olympic records coming out of there. There's all-time records being set. It's just fun to watch this kind of athletics, to be on that kind of level. And, I mean, right now we're seeing a lot of the individual sports on the big broadcasting channels. You got to check out the team sports, it seems like, and find them on some random channel somewhere or streaming somewhere if you're lucky. But last night, Michael Phelps swam again. Katie Ledecky swam again. We had another game against the USA men's basketball team. Had a game yesterday. And just it's crazy to try and wrap my mind around what it would feel like to be in their position. To be a Katie Ledecky, a 19-year-old who's in her second Olympics, who dominated her first Olympics at 15, who has not lost an international tournament in her career or an international swim in her career, individual event, who has broken 13 world records since the last Olympic Games, including last night, breaking her own world record in the 800-meter freestyle. If you guys didn't see Katie Ledecky swim last night, what the Go YouTube it. Go check it out. Go Google it. Go Bing it. Go Yahoo it. Go find it. It's on the Real Deal Sports Talk Facebook page. They didn't Photoshop the ending, guys. She's the only one within 30 meters at the end of the race. She won her race last night by almost 12 seconds. Over 11 seconds. Okay? She broke her own world record by 2 seconds. It was 8:06.6. She came in 8:04 something in the 800 meters. Imagine that. 2 minutes and 1 second every 100 meters. I mean, every 200 meters. I don't know if I can run that fast at this point in my life. I'm so out of shape. She finished her race. Had time to take off her swim cap, her goggles, smile, cheer, look up at the board, relax a little bit, take it in. Then other swimmers started to come in and get close and finish. I thought she was going to lap him at one point. I thought for sure she was going to lap him. She was so far ahead. She would hit the wall. They were only halfway through the 50 meters. She'd be 50 meters out when they touched the wall. It was amazing. Amazing what she's accomplishing. So check her out for sure. Another person who dominated in the same way that's not going to get as much press here because she's not an athlete from the United States. Ethiopian runner, Almaz Ayana. She beat the world record in the 10,000 meter running race, by 14 seconds. And she lapped people in that race twice. Some of her competitors in that race. She was so dominant. We almost take for granted. Bill Murray the other day tweeted out, in the Olympics, we should put an average person in every event just for reference. I think we should. Or if we don't put them in the event, we should just show a video of how long it took them to do the same activity before we show what these guys do. We take for granted how good they really are. We don't take for granted a Michael Phelps with his 23 medals, 24 medals, whatever he's at now. We don't take for granted the impact he's had on the sport, on a guy like Joseph Schuling from Singapore, who beat him and the field last night in the 100-meter butterfly. Although Phelps remarkably was in a three-way tie for that last spot. A three-way tie? Are you kidding me? That was as remarkable as the night before when Simone Manuel, the first African-American woman, won the gold medal in a tie in the 100-meter free. And that takes me back to the importance of youth sports. Do you think Simone Manuel would have been there last night had she not started in swimming when she was a kid? Had she not been given the opportunity? And now she's the first, a gold medal Olympian, first African-American woman. How many people is she going to inspire? It's amazing. The Olympics are amazing. The USA men's team barely got by Australia, barely got past Serbia. Serbia made it even closer than Australia did. So the men's team's going to have to pick it up a little bit. I don't know if you guys saw this. LeBron James, we got two guys who got to sign some big contracts, NBA and NFL this week. LeBron James signed his 3-year, $100 million contract, and the next day turned around and donated $41 million to send 1,100 kids to college. Now, granted, he didn't write a $41 million check. This is going to be $41 million over a period of time that goes out to send these kids to school. But nonetheless, that is awesome to see. Mad respect for LeBron James for doing that with his foundation for the kids there in the Cleveland area. And who knows how much it expands outside of that and gets bigger and grows. We'll have to see. Another guy who finally got his dues and got his contract was Tyrod Taylor. The Bills finally set him up on a nice contract. They decided not to do the bridge deal. We got the 6-year, $90 million contract with what looks like somewhere between $40 and $50 million guaranteed. So he's wrapped up. He's not going to be looking to exit town. He's not going to be looking to do anything but play some ball up there in Buffalo. Good for him. Good for the Buffalo Bills. Good for us for making it through the first Saturday show. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, listening. Take my challenge seriously. Go participate in a youth sport activity. Watch the kids play. Donate. Do something. Coach. Reach out. Take your kids. Sign them up. Check out the Real Deal Sports Talk Fantasy League on NFL.com. Check out to get the fantasy info, the user ID and password on the Facebook page and on the Twitter account, Real Deal KVP. And until next time, everybody, I just appreciate you listening. I appreciate all the love, and I appreciate sports to the fullest. I want you guys to have a great weekend. And until next time, be real.